Paul TV. Welcome to my channel, and if you're new to my channel, just click on subscribe and hit on the click on the button bell. It's my first time actually. I'm so sorry.
Oh my
I'm
God!
excited because I'm going to share to you how it started, these feelings that I have right now, and it's getting a little bit, sometimes it's worse and sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's what do you call this, sometimes I feel there's something inflamed in my body, then I don't know how it started. So okay, this without further ado, I'm going to share to you my Hashimoto story. Now here it is. It was started last October of 2018, but before October 2018, I think it's beforehand. I feel something different because sometimes I feel headache and even my eyes, and I feel there's a sensation, there is pain near my eyes, and sometimes I cannot concentrate clearly or more often because I feel headache sometimes. When every time maybe I would feel because I had my checkup, an eye checkup, and then my doctor informed me that I have the dry eye syndrome. But I followed the instruction of the doctor to maybe I was dehydrated, and I will pour something in my eyes to prevent from dry eye syndrome. So at that moment, I feel that it's okay. I think I can manage well because I go back to my regular work, and then still I feel that I'm getting weight. Suddenly I feel that weight, my weight getting a little bit. It's getting higher and higher, and then I eat the same food, the same content of a variety of food that I usually eat. Then I don't know what's happening in my body. So because I'm very curious of what's wrong with my body, because why I feel a pain near in my neck, and I feel body ache all over my body, and then and my eyes, the headache still here in the temporal part, or here near the bridge of the nose. Sometimes I feel fatigability is the most thing that I feel each time. Every time I go to work, I feel something differently. So I had a friend doctor. I consulted to him based on what I feel that day. So he told me that I'm getting heavier. Meaning my weight is not that the usual weight that I have when the first time he saw me. So that's why he said he's asking me if something wrong with me in my diet, why I'm getting weight, and getting a little bit overweight. Am I diabetic or not? And I said I have a family history of diabetes, but then yeah, maybe when way back before I eat. Oh no, I mean I usually eat a lot, and then I eat sweets, and then sodas and different foods, and all kinds of food I will eat as long as it's my preference of food, but not an exotic food. What I mean, but suddenly when I weigh myself, then it's very heavy. I feel very heavy, and then I realized that there's something wrong with my body, so I need to have a checkup. So I asked my friend doctor to what test I'm going to undergo at that time. So he told me to test my thyroid, if something wrong with my thyroid, because I usually claim that I have a sensation here. I think there's a pain in my neck, and then sometimes but when I swallow there's nothing wrong, but sometimes there's a tingling, and then it will migrate here in my head, and that's why I feel headache, and I don't know what's wrong with my feeling. I sometimes I'm paranoid that I feel that I have a problem, in my something here in my neck, there's a mass, or I don't know. I'm paranoid because I was thinking that there's something wrong, with my body. A lot of changes that may happen to me. Sometimes I feel this brain fog. So they would say sometimes I forgot to say words, and then suddenly, and then I just laugh at that. I think it's really signals that there's something wrong with my body. So my doctor mentioned to me that I need to test my thyroid. So I test with the thyroid stimulating hormone, or the TSH, and as well as the free T4. So these are the hormones, regulating my thyroid. So I have the thyroid stimulating hormone, which is responsible for checking your the hormones in your thyroid, if it's still okay and it's still getting higher, if you have what we know as hypothyroidism or hyperthyroidism, and the free T4 signals that there's any changes that may trigger. So when I had this result, so it says here, now I have a test results. So it says here that in my TSH, so there's a writing that it's high, meaning there's a high, meaning above normal range. So the reference range here is 0.27 to 4.20 or 4.20. But this is the reference here in the laboratory. Now, based on my result, it's 5.890. So I think it's above 4.2. So it's 4.20 or 4.2. So it's above normal. So that's why there's something wrong with my thyroid. So that's why I found out that, oh no, I have a thyroid problem. That's why I'm getting weight. Even if I usually eat a little, and then sometimes I forgot to eat, or sometimes I will not eat in the evening, or sometimes there's nothing wrong or changes with my diet, so it's still as is. But then I have this feeling of something different in my body that I cannot explain. That's why I do have this test now to determine that if really my thyroid, or there's something wrong with my body. So in regards to my free T4, the reference here is 12 to 22, but my result is only 16.23. So I don't know how to read about the units on that part, but I think they only indicate here that I have a high on the TSH. So since my doctor is my friend doctor is a surgeon, he told me to go to an endocrinologist if this is the better way to explain if I have something or I have problem with my thyroid really. So aside from this, because of the result, he told me to go on with the ultrasound if I have this nodule or a mass here in my neck, just like a goiter. So if I have developing an goiter, but then he told me to undergo an ultrasound. So again, guys, you need to consult a doctor before you can go on in a laboratory or diagnostic examination, just to make sure you are in a proper advice by your doctor. You cannot do it on your own, but there should be a prescription from the doctor that you're advised to go on with the laboratory test to check your thyroid, and as well as this ultrasound. So based on my ultrasound, that I have this ultrasound of my thyroid, and then it says here that my thyroid, or there is a normal sonogram of the thyroid gland, meaning that everything is okay and everything is normal. Even there's no solid or no cystic lesions seen, or everything, a part of my thyroid are normal. So I'm happy with that I don't have this nodule at the same time. Now, since my friend doctor, he is a surgeon, and then he told me to go to the endocrinologist, no? Endocrinologist. So I went to a doctor who is an endocrinologist. I visited, and then when I visited to her, and then I showed her the result that I took it last October of 2018. So to be exact, that was in October 3 of 2018, and then my doctor informed me to repeat, no? But then because of that result, she informed me that I have this subclinical hypothyroidism, and she explained that this subclinical hypothyroidism, meaning to say that I'm about to go on beyond the abnormal range of the thyroid, even though in my result it's indicated that there is a high already, that she told me I'm on the subclinical hypothyroidism. So when we talk about subclinical hypothyroidism, so when I Google it, it says there it is a mild form of hypothyroidism. It is a condition in which the body doesn't produce enough thyroid hormones. So it's called subclinical hypothyroidism because only the serum level of the thyroid stimulating hormone from the front of your pituitary gland is a little bit above normal. So that's why as what I mentioned earlier that the result is until 4.2 or 4.20, but my result, it's getting high because I have this 5.89. So I think it's quite normal. So that's why I have this subclinical hyperthyroidism. And then she advised me, my endocrinologist advised me to take this pill, my thyroid pill. This is levothyroxine, or the brand name is Euthyrox, about 50 microgram only. That's a smaller portion or a smaller number of milligram or dosage that I'm going to take once a day, every time before breakfast. 30 minutes to 1 hour before breakfast I should take one, and then I should have a repeat after 3 months for my TSH to check if the result is still improving or not when I'm going to take this drug, this medicine, this pill, which is Euthyrox 50 microgram. Now, after that one, I followed the instruction of the doctor because I wanted to make sure that everything is clear, everything is okay. Then even if I feel still the same, the headache is still there, what do you call this? It started with the headache, and I feel fatigued. I feel a little bit anxious every time. I feel a slight irritable, but I don't know. I feel cold, but I don't know what's happening to me. So that's why I need to make sure that I follow the doctor's instructions. So another test that was done last January 3, 2019. So when I got my second result of my TSH, so my TSH result is 8.83. So meaning from 5.89, it's getting higher to 8.83. Then I feel sad. I feel what's wrong with me? What's wrong with my body? And then I feel depressed because what's happening on my body, I don't know. Sometimes that's why my headache is getting worse. I don't know, there's an inflammation that I feel sometimes in my stomach. Then I don't know, because I'm getting more weight and sometimes I don't like to eat because maybe that's the cause. But based on my history, I usually eat sweets I have lots of sweets, lots of cakes, and then I don't have this dislikes about sweets. I really like sweets, and I like rice. I'm a rice eater. I love to eat rice in a dish, any menu. No? Chicken, I eat chicken, I eat fish, I eat pork, I eat beef, and then sometimes processed food. So I have lots of maybe unhealthy foods intake. So based on my result, from 5.89, it goes up to 8.83. So I feel sad. So that's why I have this diagnosis. No, my doctor informed me to continue to take this pill, which is, I thought that I need to stop this one by after 3 months, because I wanted to stop, because I don't like to take medication. It's my first time to take medication. No, it's just like what we know. They said a medication which is your maintenance. I don't like maintenance, because I feel that my parents now are taking medications under hypertension. I don't like that one, because I feel that I'm very young. Then I need to address my the sickness that I feel, the illness that I feel. Because I thought that I have problem with my eyes. I get my eye checked, and I have the eyeglasses, because I think that there's something wrong with my reading, in my eyes. I thought that there's something wrong, in my reading. So that's why my doctor informed me to continue to take this medication for further maybe instruction for the next time. So my diagnosis this time is not the subclinical hypothyroidism, but this time there is mild deficiency of thyroid hormone. That is the diagnosis based on my result here. My doctor put the writing, it's mild deficiency of thyroid hormone. And then she told me after 6 months I need to have this checkup to check when I'm going to come back. Not 6 months, I think it's 3 months again, to monitor my thyroid. So she said to me that I need to check my what do you call this the enzyme, or the anti TPO, to check the immunology part, if what cause of this hypothyroidism that I feel, what is the main reason or cause of this hypothyroidism. So what is anti-TPO? Anti-TPO is what another word, the main meaning is anti-thyroxine peroxidase. So this is what is attacking in my thyroid, no? Is it Hashimoto or another? It's a Graves' disease, or is it Hashimoto? So that's why I did not comply immediately, because I'm afraid, if what would be the result of my thyroid. But what I feel is still the same. I feel headache, I feel severe fatigue, and I don't know. You should just a reminder, if the doctor will inform you to go on with a follow-up checkup, you need to follow, so that you will be guided accordingly. So for me, because of this situation, I consulted, I go to another doctor to ask, this is an internist, doctor, to check if this would be the exact test that I'm going to go through, aside from the anti-TPO to determine if I have Hashimoto. That is the main cause of my thyroidism, because hypothyroidism. So beforehand, I consulted to another what do you call this? I have a friend doctor who is a lifestyle medicine doctor. She informed me to test my, what they call this, to test my HbA1c, no? So that maybe I need to modify with my diet. I would start because I don't know how to start, no, with my diagnosis about this hypothyroidism, or a mild, no, deficiency of my thyroid hormone, or hypothyroidism, or subclinical hypothyroidism. And then my other friend, doctor, she's a lifestyle medicine doctor. And then she informed me to before she will introduce me a certain diet, so she need to check on my laboratory. That's why I get my HbA1c, and then another test is my fasting blood sugar, to check my cholesterol, to check my triglyceride, my HDL, LDL, and VLDL. And these are the tests to determine, no, if I have deficiency in a certain, like it could be in the liver, or it could be my cholesterol is high, is it my sugar is very high, is it my HbA1c is high, is it my TSH, and as well as my creatinine. This is to check, no, so that before she can advise me to go on with this specific diet for hypothyroidism, because she wanted to help me to lose weight and then to gain back my health, no? So that's why based on my result, that my HbA1c is 5.3 and the normal range is 4 to 6. So my HbA1c is normal and I'm happy, no? Another test that I have is my fasting blood sugar. So if I am really diabetes, or I diabetic, no? If I am really diabetes, having this diabetes, so my fasting blood sugar result is 94 and the normal range is within 70 to 100. So I think I'm in boundary, a slight elevation, no, or almost, no, because I've got 94 and the boundary is until 100. So I'm about to go on, no, with above, no, almost above normal. And then for my cholesterol, it's good that my cholesterol is within, no, but I think it's slightly high. Now my result is 171.1 and the reference is 0 to 200 milligram per deciliter. So fasting blood sugar is milligram per deciliter, and then my cholesterol is 179.1 milligram per deciliter. So the reference is 0 to 200 milligram per deciliter. My triglycerides is 159.9 milligram per deciliter, and the normal is 25 to 148 milligram per deciliter. So I think my triglyceride is quite high, so I need to go on with my diet, no? And then my HDL is 45.37 milligram per deciliter, and the normal is 35 to 88 milligram per deciliter. I think my good cholesterol is within the normal range. And then my LDL is 101.8 milligram per deciliter, and then the normal is 0 to 150 milligram per deciliter. I think I'm still within normal, but hopefully their target is you need to lower down the bad cholesterol, lower down. And then the VLDL 32 and the normal is 0 to 42. So these are my tests now. It was taken I think it's October 2019. And then after that one, my TSH, so from 8, no, from 8, because I continue to take my medication. So from my previous result is it's 8.83, and this time by October, this one was January. So when I continued to drink my maintenance, now my levothyroxine 50 microgram, so I think the result now is 7.23. So the normal range is 0.25 to 5. So I think it's still high. So that's why I feel like my headache is still here, and then fatigability is still there. And then my creatinine now is 0.88 milligram per deciliter, and the normal range is 0.51 to 0.95. So I think I'm within the range. So I'm happy for that. Then I don't like the results of my thyroid because, and my triglyceride now, it's quite high. And especially for my thyroid because my thyroid this is the main cause why of my headache, and then why I feel there's pain in my body. So these are my results. And then after that one, I just continue, and then I watch YouTube, and then after that one, and then I realize I need to, I don't know specifically actually with my specific diet that I need to start with, because they said that AIP or autoimmune, this is an Hashimoto, it's probably, I'm thinking about Hashimoto. So this year 2020, I need to check my, even if it's quarantine, but I have the chance to go on to the laboratory to check for my thyroid panel. So this is what we known as a package now, thyroid panel C. That includes the following: my free T3, TSH, and my free T4, and then as well as my anti-TPO. This is the most important thing. What is the main cause of my hypothyroidism? So when I got my result, so my free T3 is 4.35, and the normal range is 2.8 to 7.1, meaning it's normal. It's normal. And then my thyroid stimulating hormone, my TSH, is 2.36. Okay, it's getting low already from 7 because I maintain my in taking this pill. So the result of my TSH is 2.36, and then the normal range is 0.27 to 4.2. Okay, and then my free T4 is 15.82, and the normal is 12 to 22. So I think the TSH are within, but a slight going to, it may lead to hyperthyroidism later on. So if I will not take care of my body, so it's not good. They say that it's not good if it's below, meaning it's, if the range is 0.27 to 4.2, if below 0.27, which is not good also because it may lead to hyperthyroidism. So it should be balanced, it should be within. So what is the in between 0.27 to 4.2, it should be there within to have this normal TSH. And then the result of my anti-TPO, the anti-thyroxine peroxidase, is very high. That's why, this is the reason why. The normal here is, the normal range is 0.00 to 5.61 based on the reference of the laboratory. In every laboratory test, in every laboratory they have a reference. You need to base on the reference where you took your blood sample or your blood specimen. When they extract your blood, blood extraction, and then they test, they use their machine. So whatever their units they're using, so that would be your base reference, reference range. But based on my result, it is very high because I have 83.78, and the normal is only until 5.61. Oh no! That's why I have this Hashimoto. Oh my goodness. That's why I feel sad because of the results. It's very high. I feel sad, and I feel at least I know I know that what is happening in my body, there's something wrong with my body. At least it answered everything because of this laboratory test. Anti-TPO. So meaning I consulted my friend who is an internist and internal medicine. So I referred to him to formally diagnose this one. So he said that I have Hashimoto. That's why I'm very sad that I have this illness. I have this Hashimoto disease, which is an autoimmune disease. So I don't know what's next, no? What does it mean when you talk about Hashimoto? When you say Hashimoto disease is an autoimmune disorder that can cause hypothyroidism or underactive thyroid. No? With this disease, your immune system attacks your thyroid. That's why I have this sense of feeling or sensation that I feel inside. No? It's inside because my thyroid is normal, but then I have this feeling inside that there's inflamed, there's something wrong in my neck. So because of my immune system that was attacking myself or my own thyroid. So that's why they distract the immune system, my own immune system destructs or attacks its own thyroid, my own thyroid. So the thyroid becomes damaged later on and can't make enough thyroid hormones. That's why I need to have this. Why should I take this one? So that if every time when they attack this thyroid hormone, at least I have this supplement to combat also. Because if I will not take this one, I don't know who are expert. What would be the reason if I will not drink any pill? So what will happen? Is it advisable to drink this continuously? Is it because my internal medicine doctor informed me that my diet this time is I should have low salt and low fat. So I tried that one, but I tried to cut off my rice. I asked my doctor if I'm a rice eater, and then what should I do with my diet, and then he said to me low salt and low fat. So that's why I don't know this time what would be my diet, because I need to search more, or I need to ask maybe my endocrinologist. I need to go back to my endocrinologist. So I have this feeling that this is a serious matter, a serious disease. Should not take this for granted, which is not good. No? That's why I feel this headache and every sensation. These are my Hashimoto flares or symptoms, or what we call this, the initial reaction of my body, because there's something wrong with my body. My immune system is attacking its own self. No? One time, I think I feel vertigo. No, sometimes I feel vertigo, which is not good. Sometimes I have this hair loss, and then mood swing. Yeah, I'm irritable, and sometimes I'm very anxious, and sometimes I worried a lot, and then I'm very stressed. No? I'm very stressed, and then weight gain. Yeah, I'm getting weight. That's why I have this in my face, no? And then pain, headache. Most of the time I feel headache, constant cold. So the coldness that I feel is not mainly every day, but then there are times that I feel very hot, or sometimes the temperature, I think it's cold outside, but then I feel it's very hot, and then I feel there's a feeling pain in my all over my body, no? And then insomnia, yeah, a little bit, and then extreme fatigue. Yes, this is really the most crucial part in my what I feel with my Hashimoto. So the next topic that I'm going to discuss soon is about the diet, because I need to check on what is the best diet. Is it low salt, low fat, or whatever diet is good for this condition or Hashimoto. I think that's all, and I hope you learned something, and I hope that the most important thing is, if you feel something in your body, you know your body well, you know how to manage your body, you know what is happening in your body. Don't forget to consult to a doctor to find it out what is the reason behind. Most specifically for women, thyroid is necessary, because thyroid regulates everything, your temperature, our respiration. It could be the mood that we are in, and even our activities of daily living, our metabolism, everything, the hormones, that we have. And hormones is very important in our body. So that's why don't disregard the condition or the feeling that you have. You need to go to a endocrinologist or internist to have a checkup. You need to test, laboratory test your your blood if there's something wrong with your thyroid. So I think that's all of my I hope that you learned something, and I hope that you tell me also if I miss a topic, or what topics that you are going to ask further, and specifically for diet. If you know also what is the best diet for Hashimoto, please inform me. Please have a comment in the chat box, and then please tell me what is the best diet for good for me, because I don't know how to start with. And I will try my best to start with they say it's autoimmune paleo diet. I'm gonna start with that, but please teach me or help me if you are diagnosed with autoimmune, and what is the best diet for this. Is it a low salt or low fat? Based on my doctor, he informed me about that low salt, low fat is okay with this Hashimoto. So I think that's all for today, and don't forget to click on subscribe and click on the hit button for more updates of my channel. Okay, thank you so much. This is Mars Paul TV, and signing off.